I think it's been incredibly intense. Certainly at the beginning of the crisis, there was hope that there would be a hockey stick, at least by now, in terms of revival. And of course, it's gone on much longer than expected. And as you pointed out, even certain of those countries that have recently reopened, for example, from a British traveller point of view, let's say in France and Spain, and now there are certain parts of Spain, for example, seeing another spike. So I think it's going to continue to be unpredictable for a very long time.
What does this mean for you editorially? Because typically you would write some fantastic articles about new destinations for people to uncover, beautiful places for business travels to think about going to. Clearly all this has changed. We know business travel's falling off a cliff and new experiences. Does anyone actually want them? If they're traveling, surely they want to go somewhere where they've been before to minimize any chance of risk.
Do you know what I think people want? And I can see it in our traffic, both in the US and the UK right now, is people's desire to travel and to connect and get all those experiences that they traditionally would use to travel for, whether that's food or wine or simply from experiencing different cultures. That doesn't go away because from a travel publishing point of view, you can think or you can sit in a place and go that you're simply just pushing vacations. But the fact is, what you're also pushing is, or what you're delivering people is an aesthetic view of a world that is something other, and that wanderlust continues in your heart and your spirit, even if your ability to actually travel doesn't.
How
So, funnily enough, even from a subscription point of view, for example, the UK magazine is up 150% in this period. And that underlines for me just how strong that desire is in people to look at beautiful photography and read good writing about somewhere that's not your own backyard.
How impacted do you think various parts of the travel industry will be from the luxury end? Because clearly this crisis has been right across jurisdictions, and even ultra high net wealth have been impacted right down to the lower end of the market. I mean, where do you see the impact at this stage falling? Is it just right across the board, or is it in more concentrated parts, maybe at the cheaper end of the industry at this point?
I think both ends of the market will be impacted fully. There will be some people who have savings, which will allow them to continue on and have, safety going forward for a certain amount of time. And there'll be people who don't have anything in the pot who will be, who will fall at these first hurdles. I think from a responsibility point of view, my feeling from the beginning has very much been about the community of people that you're attached to as a traveler. 1 in 10 people around the world make their livelihoods out of travel. So you're not just talking about the kind of smart hoteliers at the high end of the market, but you're talking about the tuk-tuk drivers and the lantern lighters and the Maasai guides and the tour operators. You work in a very small, independent way and often have a kind of hand-to-mouth existence. So from the beginning, my focus and attention has been on making sure that we make that connection between how we spend our tourist dollars, and that going forward as a publication on both sides of the Atlantic, we then decided to join up with our sister publications in India and China and Spain, the Middle East, etc., and continue to focus basically through this initiative under one sky on the people who are directly affected by travel in all areas of the market, so that we're singing out the amazing people in the amazing places, not just hotels and restaurants, etc., but also for sustainability heroes and pioneers who we need to continue to shine a light on so that we can be good citizens going forward.